What do you like heading into the 2016 about this Homestead football team?
What we've noticed is they really mesh well. I think they practice hard together. They like to push each other, and that bodes well for a football team. When you have guys that learn to trust each other and can be critical of each other and still love each other in the end of the day, sometimes it turns out to be pretty special.
I think I was talking to Matt. He said 9 of 11 starters back defensively. What does that mean for this team, and what does it mean now that they've kind of gotten a taste defensively of the speed and athleticism they're going to see every Friday night in the SAC?
Well, you'd think that a year of maturity in the weight room and just physically growing another year is going to make them better football players, and so that's our hope, and that's what we've seen so far. We've been really pleased with their work ethic and things like that, and they're veterans, and so they've been through a lot of battles, and so they know what to expect on Fridays, and that usually means to some better play. So that's what we're hoping.
Offensively, you return all 5 of the offensive linemen that started last year. Your quarterback, who's a D1 guy, is back. You have to feel pretty good about that. How much of a security blanket is that for you? And then with Austin, with Jonah, with Ben now gone at the receiver position, how much are you looking forward to seeing some of those young guys, and who are some of those young guys that are going to step up the receiver slots on Friday night?
That's been the question in the offseason. We lost 4 starters on the offense as far as our receivers go, and they were good. All 4 of them were good. So that's an area that we've been working on this summer, and there are several kids that are stepping up. We've got a couple slots, Grant Raber and Chandler Roman, and outside Conrad Kazai is going to do a good job. Brock Billings. There's several names that we're looking at. Matt Anderson's actually going to play some on offense too. So everybody's in the mix right now. Nobody knows who's going to start, who's going to own that. We want our kids to play like that and to practice like that and to push each other and to want to compete, and that'll show us a lot.
Yeah, how is that competition beneficial for you guys in the long run? Because I imagine, kind of like you said, they are pushing each other, and they all want to know that they're going to be the guy on Friday.
Yeah, it should create depth. If they become as good as we think they can be, there's a lot of kids that can play, and so it's good all around. And there's competition at every position. And we tell the seniors it's not a lock that you're going to start just because you did last year, and if someone's coming on below you and we see it, they're probably going to play. And so we want that competition. It's healthy for a football team, and when you get 11 guys that love to compete, you can be pretty good.
Do you feel like after going 6-3 in the SAC, it was a good showing right at the beginning, but do you feel like there's a hunger for this team that, okay, they may have proved themselves, but they're hungry to get out and compete for a conference championship now that they've gotten used to playing those teams maybe to a certain degree on Fridays?
Yeah. Last year was a great experience for us, and I expect it to be the same way this year. I think we're going to grow and get better, and I think our conference is going to be good too, and we're glad to be in the conference. We feel like it helped us improve throughout the season and felt like we were better at the end of the year than we were at the beginning, and those are all good things. And so their experience through that conference, I think it helped prep them for playoffs, and that's exactly where we want to be at the end of this year. We want to win a conference championship, as every team in this conference does, but at the same time, the goal is to be playing your best football rolling into the playoffs, and we want to get to that point again like we did last year, we felt like.
And talking with Drew, he mentioned the regional championship game against Carmel. It was here at your place. Obviously, they were an elite football team, but he said that was kind of a good experience for these guys to be exposed to that and know that that's the bar. Do you feel like those guys are kind of got their eyes open and say, okay, this is the level we need to be at to compete for a state championship?
Well, yeah, we talked about that. Our seniors, the ones that are back that went through that battle, understand the level they need to get to, and it's a high level. The MIC conference is well known throughout the state and play some of the best football in the state, but we feel like this conference is pretty good too. We had 2 state championships out of this one last year, and if you are competitive in this conference, that usually bodes well for your playoff run. So, and I think our kids know that. So it's a great challenge and looking down, our sectional is going to be tough, and so we have to approach that and like every game is the biggest game of the year, and we'll work towards that sectional and hopefully make a run.
The final question for me, if there's one thing that you're pinpointing leading up to August 19th, or one area that the season may hinge upon to a certain degree, what is that for this Homestead football team?
We want to improve in every area. We feel like we've got a lot of room to improve on offense and defense, but we felt like our special teams could really use the most improvement, I think, from last year. And so those are some things we're going to concentrate on, and we're lucky we've got some good special teamers back, some good kickers and punters, and our long snappers are good. So I think we can really improve. We just have to tweak a few things, and I think we get that third area rolling. I think it could really help us in the long run.